You may have heard it said that our purpose is to glorify God. Now, that's kind of a Sunday school answer that is not wrong, but the richness, how full and how beautiful and how meaningful that is, I think has been lost on many of us. We are made in God's image. We bear His resemblance. We are loved by Him. But let us not forget that the way we glorify God is unique to what we are, and God made us to be sub-creators. I have always loved music and sports, and they are very different, but there's also something very similar about each of them. Each time a game or an instrument is played, there is both order and discovery, rules and creativity. There is a script for each, and at the same time, there isn't. It is this strange space of new and old, where the known and the unknown are seamlessly intertwined. And in this tension is excitement, nerves, wonder, failure, and success. It is exhilarating, deeply satisfying, and yet it still leaves you wanting more. Whether you are a musician or an athlete or neither, you know the experience I'm describing. Creativity is not confined to arts and sports. It is in the way we talk to one another, pursue the love of our life, bake bread, solve problems, and raise our kids. All of life is creative. Creating seems to be what we were made to do, and in creation we find great joy. As we consider the meaning of our lives, we must consider what we were made to do, and we have been made to creatively love others. Now, we do not have the ability to make something from nothing, but within what God has made, we have the authority given by God to organize the created and bring forth many new things. Medicine, technology, science, art, architecture, agriculture, and on and on and on it goes. We fulfill this calling when we create a vaccine, harness the power of water or the atom, and build homes and skyscrapers and adorn them with art. We honor God by discovering and using physics, exploring and cultivating new lands, and inventing all sorts of helpful or just plain fun gadgets. This creation is to be enjoyed as well as managed. I bet many of you never realized that you are glorifying God, what you were made to do, by studying calculus so that you can build bridges, improve architecture, and predict radioactive decay. That's what you use calculus for, by the way. I didn't know either. I had to research it. Who knew that those who build rockets, create fashion, and care for puppies can glorify God in all of these acts? It isn't only singing and preaching and tithing that glorifies God. It is creating. It is what we were made to do. Are you living in this kind of reality? Are you experiencing the joy for which you were made? The joy that comes from living in fellowship with God and loving Him by loving your neighbor as yourself through all of your creative ability? What is standing in your way? What is robbing you of the joy of creatively loving all that you are in relationship with? What about work? Do you view work as something that adds value to your life? It's where you go to create meaning for yourself? Or do you view work as an opportunity to love your neighbor who is just as valuable as you are and love them through all of your creative ability? What is standing in your way of living in the freedom and the joy of glorifying God by loving others this way?